Are Canadians really so dull that they can consistently be told time after time that the current state of our economy, the current state of our healthcare, the current state of our immigration system is all the fault of Donald Trump? All I ever hear from Mark Carney and the Liberal Party of Canada is how Trump's horrible. Trump has destroyed Canada's economy. Are you kidding me? How about some accountability from the robber barons up top of the Communist Liberal Party of Canada, who have been the ones who have been pushing these DEI and green initiatives that statistic after statistic show that are the top contributors to the reason we have a 7.1% unemployment rate and 22% unemployment rate among young males. It's not Donald Trump's fault that over the past 10 years, the government of Canada has allowed our population to explode to 26.4% first-generation immigrant. I hear the Liberals talk about lack of cohesiveness in the country and how Canadians just aren't coming together like they used to, and that's the fault of somehow Donald Trump. Well, how about the fact that you've brought 8 million people into the country in a decade, many of whom absolutely hate our civilization? It has never been more apparent than what we've seen on our streets, government-sponsored over the past 2.5 years. These hate rallies chanting things like Intifada in our lifetime, which means violent revolution. From the river to the sea, Canada, blaming Canada, all the blood on your hands. I have heard chant after chant in Canadian streets of all the blood on your hands coming from these so-called pro-Palestinian woke protesters. And they talk about how young men are making the cultural fabric of Canada come apart. Are you effing kidding me? That is the largest gaslighting I've seen in my entire life. You are the people who have let 8 million people into the country when study after study shows, even the New York Times admit it hurts camaraderie in your country, bringing in so many foreigners from countries like Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran, countries that have a large percentage of their population that absolutely hate the West. Millions of people pouring in from the Middle East, from India, and then you want to blame conservatives for a lack of social cohesion? It's so pathetic. And the idea that Donald Trump's tariffs are the cause of the current ruinous state of Canada's economy is hilarious. No, you want to know why our economy is in tatters the way it is? Because of your green scam initiatives that have seen the Canadian government refuse to export LNG, despite the fact that Germany and Japan are literally begging for it from us. Olaf Scholz, Xi Jinping are literally begging for our LNG, and we refuse to export it because the Liberals can't make money on it. We refuse to export our oil. We refuse to build pipelines. $63 billion have fled Canada since Mark Carney was elected. Our economy continues to get worse and worse and worse. And it has nothing to do with Donald Trump. It has to do with liberal policies that time and time again put merit to the back seat, don't care about merit. It's all DEI hires in our government. Talk to any government employee. Every single role has to take into consideration, are they black? Are they woman? Do they wear a hijab? All the BS, everything except does this person have the merits for the job? And if you dissent, if you don't agree with the country of Canada operating this way, you are ostracized and they try to get rid of you. We are literally seeing a shift in this country to a communist nation. Speak to people who saw what happened in Lebanon in the 1900s, what happened in Argentina in the 1900s, countries that allowed this unvetted mass immigration. It guarantees civil war is coming. We know that history doesn't necessarily repeat itself, but it often does rhyme, and that's what we're seeing in Canada. This allowance of millions of people to pour in when it's clearly bad for the economy. We have 2 million Canadians, a record 2 million Canadians using food banks, as well as the fact that millions of Canadians are struggling to pay their bills. I know a disabled Canadian who only receives $870 a month. The whole government system is broken. We literally support foreigners who have just arrived here better than long-standing Canadians. If that's not treason, I don't know what is. The government of Canada saying that they support foreigners over their own citizens. I can't imagine anything more disgusting. But when you read into communist history, this is what they always do, because foreigners are much less likely to pipe up and complain about what their government is doing. They just fall in line because they want their family to get there. And that's exactly what we're seeing in Canada. You look, it's overwhelming that the immigrants vote for Liberals. Over 85% of the time. We have 2 million Muslims in Canada. They overwhelmingly vote Liberal. Why do you think it is that the chance of from the river to the sea and Intifada in our lifetime have literally received police escorts from the Canadian government? It's because these people are politically useful to the left. Now, of course, they'll be discarded within the long run, but for now, we're seeing this woke jihadist alliance in Canada that is going to end up not pretty, but is all commies. They need to team up, and as for now, the woke are useful idiots. Try to go fly your gays for Gaza sign in Palestine and let me know how that goes for you. I have a feeling it's not going to be pretty. And if you respect free speech with these people, clearly don't, go blaspheme against a law in Palestine. Tell me how that goes for you. If you're a woman, try leaving the house without a male escort and let me know how that goes for you. There's no critical thought whatsoever. A lot of these liberals can't rub two brain cells together. To blame the United States of America and Donald Trump for the situation that Canada is in right now is the biggest whataboutism I've ever seen in my life. It's truly pathetic. And the fact that Mark Carney, who touted himself as some sort of a genius businessman, is now able to seriously, after further botching the tariff negotiations, now he's negotiating with China. Of course, I'm sure he respects their basic dictatorship. He's just, flouting economic laws, talking about GE Hibachi and GE Verbosa companies to the media that he directly is invested in profiting from, clearly breaking the law in front of our Canadian media. Of course, nobody calls him out on it. It's sick. But what I want to imprint in Canadians' head is stop with the Donald Trump. It's not Donald Trump's fault that Canada is in the situation they currently are. It's Mark Carney and the Liberal Party of Canada. These guys have sold us out every which way down the river. We need to stand up, vote, make our voices heard to our MPs and let them know that Canadians demand an election now. Please like, share, subscribe, join, become a member. Really appreciate everybody who supports, donates, grabs some gear. It means a lot. Thank you very much. And it's not Trump's fault. It's Carney's.